I've been checking for eggs today, and the last couple of days I've noticed that somebody's been laying in the cabinet that I moved over here. Y'all check it out. I believe Miss Winnie is the culprit. Somebody is finally using the cabinet to lay their eggs. And I just switched it over here on the roost since they don't use it, just to kind of get it out of the way. So she is laying her eggs over here. I'm really happy that somebody is finally using it. If they're not using a roost, at least they're using the cabinet to lay their eggs in, right? Hello, Winnie. Are you gonna lay me an egg over there? Hey, girl. She's shifting around, trying to get comfortable, I guess. I'm gonna come back later and check and see if she's laid some. I've already collected about 8 eggs so far. Are you getting ready to lay one too? Are you getting ready to lay me one too? Well, I'm gonna get out y'all's way so y'all can. They typically don't lay all at the same time. I go in here about 2 or 3 times a day. Once in the morning, once midday, and then sometimes if I think about it, I'll go in right before they go in for the night. If I forget, I'll take a flashlight in there and go in there and check them. Got a frog in my throat. It's that time of year. Everything's starting to bloom and my allergies are starting up. You can see these a little bit better. They done popped up and starting to bloom. I got some light lilac, some dark lilac, and I've got some pink over there. And I still got a few more popping up that hadn't budded yet. They smell so good, so good. The dandelions over here have popped up. So pretty. But for some reason, these have not done anything. So I'm going to do some research and see what's going on with that. Crazy, crazy. I've got a hyacinth over here that hasn't bloomed. And I got some volunteer sunflower system popped up. I guess where the birds have been eating the sunflower seeds over yonder. They're pooping them out and giving me sunflowers, which is not a problem because that's my favorite flower. Here's some dainty little dandelions. We picked up these biggins on a trip to town the other day. And these are going to be the trellises for the garden. I'm not going to put them up today, but in future vlog, I'll put them up and y'all will see how they'll work in these raised beds and do some vertical garden. That way I can use the flatter part of the bed and be able to grow a lot more because I will be growing vertical and to free up some of my space. You'll have to ignore the sound in the background. I got some laundry washing. Everything seems to pick up on the videos. But you can also hear something else in the background. I wanted to give these things that I picked up the other day a little time to kind of settle in and relax before I showed y'all what I got. But I picked up some baby chicks. I picked up 6 of them. Aren't they adorable? I picked up some different types of breeds of chicks this time. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to be able to tell the difference between my old flock and my new flock. Now, I don't know if a lot of you know, but most of the time, your chicks will lay pretty good for about 2 years. And then after that 2-year mark, they start sloughing off and they don't produce as many eggs as they used to. And a lot of people at that time will culling their chickens off. So once you have had your chickens for a year, you want to go ahead and get some new chicks and integrate them into your flock. And every year you want to either purchase or have, if you have a rooster, you can go ahead and put a clutch up underneath one of the girls that are going broody, and you can have your own chicks. I thought I had one going broody, and she tricked me, so she's not. So I just went ahead and purchased 6 more from Rural King. That's where I got mine from. And brought them home. You could do any kind of setup. I've got mine in a tote. You could do a kiddie pool. You can do boxes. Mine will probably stay in the tote for a little while until they get a little bit bigger, and then I'll go to a bigger cardboard box, and eventually I'll have to makeshift some kind of top to go on it where they have air, but it will keep them from flying out of it until I can get them outside with the rest of the flock. I want to go ahead and introduce you to the 6 different kinds that I got. And that way I give you some information about them and maybe strike your interest in wanting to maybe get some chickens of your own. These are Osceolopters. Say that 3 times fast. They lay 250 eggs per year, and their egg color is like a light brown. They are dual purpose chickens, so you can use them for egg laying and meat. They are extremely hardy and resistant to adverse environmental conditions. They naturally thrive on free ranging, but you don't have to necessarily free range them. You can keep them in a run. They are generally gentle and friendly birds. They get along with other chickens really well. And they seem to enjoy interacting with people. And they have a natural tendency to get broody. Their color, when they get bigger, they'll kind of be like a black with like a green sheen to them. They're really, really pretty when they get older. So I picked up 2 of these little babies. This little cutie right here is a golden comet. And they can lay up to 330 eggs a year. They have like a medium brown sized egg. This cutest little button. Look how tiny. And look at the wings. Look at the wings on. Look at that. They can start laying as early as 15 weeks. They're a very mellow, and they don't mind to being picked up by somebody. Some say that they seek out human interaction over the flock's interaction. So they would be a really good starter chick if you have kids. They have a very good nature about them. The females, when they get fully grown, are about 4 pounds, and the males are about 6 pounds. Their lifespan is about 4 or 5 years, so they don't live as long as some other chickens would live. And their productivity is about 3 years, so you get an extra year with these little fellows right here. These little girls right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in the. This one right here is a cinnamon queen, and I picked 2 of these. This one's a little bit of a darker color. It's got some markings, beautiful markings. She looks like she's wearing some mascara. The other one I got is a little bit lighter in color, and I'll show you her in a minute. But these right here are dual purpose chickens. They offer a lot of meat. They can lay anywhere from 250 eggs to 300 eggs a year. Their temperament is very sweet and docile. Don't be surprised if they come looking for you to seek out some interaction. They love affection from their human caregivers. I'm going to set her back in here and get the other one so you can see what the other one looks like. And this one, she's a little bit lighter in color. She's got a little bit more yellow in her, I think. They do very well in any type of, most any type of climate. And they are very good, if you don't want to free range, they're very good birds for keeping them in a run, let me get it out, in a enclosed run. They do well with that. So that is the Cinnamon Queen breed. And I just got one of these. These are new to the area. I haven't never seen these before. They're called Rud Rangers. And the lady at the place I got them at said that they just kind of shipped them in. They didn't order these birds, but they just kind of shipped them in at random. So I said, well, go ahead and give me one, and we'll, see how she does, he or she does. I'm hoping it's a girl. And they have a lifespan of 2 years, and I think the reason why is because they're dual purpose chickens. They can do eggs and meat, but they get really big. As an adult size, the males get about 9 to 10 pounds and the females get about 5 to 6 pounds. So they get really big. So I'm thinking that's why their lifespan is not as long as most chickens are. But we're kind of experimenting with this little one right here and just gonna see how this breed does, because like I said, I've never seen the Rud Ranger in our area before, and it was just a random shipping in at the place that I got these chicks at. So we'll learn along the way about this breed right here. When you pick up chicks, a lot of times, they try to do their best in seeing which ones are males and which ones are females. But every now and then you'll get thrown for a loop and get a rooster in your flock. So when I picked up my chicks last year, that's what happened. I got 14 hens and 1 rooster, and that's how we got Ruru.